video we're going to talk about the channel, basically talk about the cars, what's come and what's gone, what work is coming, and talk about ideas I've got for the channel and stuff. Cause it's been 2 years now since I set it up. Yeah, it's not the biggest channel in the world, but I never expected it to be a massive channel. I'm grateful for the subscribers I have, and I've had some quite good views on the channel, and I've also had some negativity and stuff, but we'll go into that later. So the first car I want to talk about is the 2011 Peugeot 308 that belonged to my sister. So obviously she's now had the 2015 Peugeot 308 that you will have seen on the channel recently that I repaired. Had the broken cam belt and that. So she's now in that car, and obviously this one, it was getting a bit tired. It done 190,000 miles. She'd had it 12 years, and it just basically, the opportunity come up to replace it very cheap, so that was done. So I think I've got 2 videos left on this, and one's changing the rear springs because one of them broke, and then the other video is changing the rear shock absorbers because when it went for the MOT, you could see a little bit of movement in them. I had 2 new shock absorbers, and obviously that's it basically for this car. So them 2 videos will be the last videos on it, and it will not be on the channel again. The second car we're going to talk about is the 2013 Kia Ceed, which belonged to, there's a guy I work with. I do a couple of his cars. I do his car, I do his daughter's car, and I do his wife's car. The Kia Ceed is his wife's car, well, was. So that's now gone, and she's replaced it with something else. And I wonder if it's a car that I already work on, or if it's something completely different. Obviously, if the opportunity comes up to work on that, then you'll see which car that is that she's now got. So the Kia Ceed, I think there's 2 videos left on that. One's the MOT advisories for this year, which was the Trafford ends, and the other video I did a fuel filter on it, which a pain. Basically, they're not a very good job to do. That you have to take the battery out to get to it, really. So it's not a pleasant job because of the location. But on a lot of these cars now, they put things in silly places. So yeah, there's 2 videos to come on this car, and then that'll be it for the Kia Ceed as well. And hopefully, I'll get to do stuff on the new car she's got. But I guess we will just have to wait and see what happens. Next car we're going to talk about is my partner's 2013 Kia Rio. So this was her first car, and she'd had it many years, much like my sister with the black Peugeot 308. So we went away on, so the last video on this car was, I think I'd put the steering column in it because obviously, as you know, I bought another Rio, which we'll talk about later, to fix this Rio and make it nicer for her. So I put the steering column in it, and then we went away on holiday. We went to Turkey, so we went to the airport in this car, parked up at the airport, came back off our holiday, got in the car, literally, I think we didn't even leave the airport, to be honest. And then someone drove into the side of it and basically wrote the car off. It was a category N. So then the dilemma was, well, what we're going to do with it. I kind of wanted to repair it for her, because obviously I could have used some of the stuff off the other Rio. Well, it wasn't the same colour, but I could have used the light and some of the things it needed, then either had the panels sprayed, because I don't really spray stuff, I'm not confident to spray the panels at the moment, or have some panels, buy some panels in colour. So that's what I originally wanted to do, but obviously speaking to the insurance, they wanted too much money basically for the car, because even though she loved the car and it was a first car and all that, it had lots of issues, like with the bodywork and stuff. So we let the car go, and she's now got a new car, which you will have seen the video of on the channel. So unfortunately, the black Rio is no longer with us, which is annoying when I bought the blue Rio to fix this one. But now obviously things happen for a reason, and she made the choice to let the car go and obviously have a new car. So yeah, unfortunately the Kia Rio is no longer with us. The next car we're going to talk about is my daily driver, the Peugeot 5008. So the last video on the channel on this was the MOT at the time of basically filming this video. So it went for its MOT, it passed a couple of advisories. On the way back, something just didn't seem right with the car, so I pulled over and could tell something wasn't right with it. So I just decided to basically get the car home, not, just basically take my time with it, get it back to the house, which I managed to, and then it wouldn't start. So the next videos coming on this, there's quite a few videos. I've changed a couple of things relating to the code that I'd got on the diagnostics machine, which I'll go into on the next video on it. So yeah, there's a couple of videos on that issue. Obviously when I get the car sorted, there's going to be a service to be done on it. There also is an oil leak on it, which I've mentioned before. I need to sort that oil leak out, so I've got a rough idea of where that's coming from, so I need to do that. So yeah, there's quite a few videos coming on the 5008. Yeah, there's going to be lots of stuff to do to this car, because I do really like it. I know, obviously you would have seen I've got other cars on the channel, but this is really comfortable as a daily / out of work vehicle, and plus it's practical to obviously move stuff around, move family around and stuff. So I do really like this car. It's not the prettiest car, but it's really comfortable and does what it needs to. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of videos coming on this car in 2026. The next car we're going to talk about is the Peugeot 207, and I know I say it every time we talk about this car, the car that I bought to sell, which is still here 2 years later. So obviously the last couple of months, obviously you'll know that the Kia Rio that belongs to my partner were broken, so she was using this, and then actually once I sorted her Rio out, around the time we were on holiday, her brother had a problem with his car, so I actually lent it to her brother as well. So family have been using it for a couple of months, and obviously the clutch has never been great on it, but since it's come back, the clutch is slipping when you give it some. So I'm gonna have to stick a clutch in it, which I didn't really want to do because I bought this to try and make a profit on, but when it comes to selling it, I think I'm going to make a loss on it now. But I've learned quite a lot from buying this car, things not to do and things to do, and going forward I can learn from the mistakes that I have made with this car. But it's just been around too long basically. But obviously with it being here, it's helped out the family, it's helped me out as well when I've had problems with the 5008, and then obviously that went down, so I had to buy the other car that we'll talk about later on in this video. But yeah, so I'm going to do the clutch on this. We're going to need to look at there's an oil leak on it, which whether I'll do a video on that or not, I don't know. I might just take a couple of pictures, because I've kind of got to do the same job that I did when I first bought it. So it's got an oil leak, and I think it's coming from the camshaft oil seal, which if that's the case, I've got to take the belt off and change that seal. I can't remember if I changed that when I did the camshaft and the time belt and all that. I think I did, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So yeah, there's clutch to be done, oil leak to be sorted. The rear brakes need adjusting up because the handbrake's quite high and it's just not great. And then my partner will be going back into this for a little while because I've got a few jobs to do on her car, which we'll talk about later on in the video. And then this car needs to just be sold. It needs to go. Whether I make a profit on it, which I very much doubt, or whether I lose money, which I think I probably will, just need to get rid of it, and then I can reinvest that money into other projects, buy other stuff to do and sell maybe, and just it just needs to go. So yeah, there's a couple of videos to come on this car, but then that'll be it, and hopefully we won't see it again. So the Kia Rio that I bought to fix my partner's Kia Rio, so there will be a video coming, well, it will be up on the channel by the time this video comes out. So basically a video introducing the car to the channel, which is what I normally do when I get a new car, and then after that, the next video, we will go into the problem more. We'll do some investigation into the problem and see if the diagnosis that has been given to this car is correct, and then I'll decide which way I'm going to go with it. I think if I can fix it cheap, there would be a profit in it, but I don't want to plough loads of money into this because I just don't want to end up with the same situation with the blue Peugeot that I've got with this. So yeah, in the next video we'll go into the problem and then I'll decide which way I'm going to go with it, whether I fix it, sell it on, or whether I break it. We'll decide once we've done the next video on it. So yeah, that's the situation with the Kia Rio. There is a video to come on it and then we'll decide which way we go with it. So, the Suzuki Swift Sport. I've not done anything with this car since last time the video was on the channel. Basically, obviously, as you know, I've been doing some work on the garage. I've not had much time to do work on the cars. A lot of them have just been sitting on the drive like this. The Fiat Coupe, the Kia Rio we've just spoken about. They've just sat on the drive waiting to get their turn to be looked at. So in the next video on this, I'm going to do some more investigations into the engine. There's a couple of things I want to do, and then I need to decide from there. I personally think it's something in the head, like a valve or something, a lifter or something on the chain even, but I want to do a few checks before I start diving into stripping the engine down. So that'll be the next video on this car. I'm doing some checks on it and then decide which way I'm going to go with it, whether I repair the engine I've got or whether I source another engine. That's something I need to decide. So yeah, there's currently, I don't think there's really anything filmed on this car at the minute, but there will be a video coming soon once I can get it in the garage. I've had it in the garage for the battery to be on charge because obviously they've all been sitting on the drive and the batteries have gone flat. But yeah, the next video coming on this will be doing some more investigations into the issue with the engine and then deciding which way to go with it. The Golf Cabriolet, or Cabby as I call it. So I haven't done a lot with this since basically the last video. The MOT has run out just because obviously I've been working on the garage, and as you can see here from the picture, it's in the garage now where the ramp is. So the jobs to come on this car, there is a video coming of doing the coilovers. I think might be another video, I can't remember what that was. And then there's another video on the rear wheel bearing because that was a little bit noisy. So jobs to come on this Golf Cabriolet, or the Cabby as I call it. I want to get re-MOT'd, but I need to do a couple of things to get it re-MOT'd. I've got an engine management light on, which is possibly an oxygen sensor or lambda sensor, or so many different names for them. So there's a sensor to be looked at for the engine management light, and The ABS light is also on because the connection on the driver's side front sensor is broken, so I need to sort that out. So there's a couple of things I need to do to it before I can take it for an MOT, but that's going to be a job for 2026. One of the first jobs I want to try and get done is get it so it can go for its MOT. Probably give it a bit of a service as well. I mean, I know that it's not doing major miles, but for the price of a bottle of oil and an oil filter, I just like to keep on top of the cars. So I will be doing that just to keep it nice and you know, yeah. So there's going to be a few videos to come on this in 2026. The Toyota MR2, so not a lot's been done with this either. You're going to notice the same thing being said throughout this video, obviously just because I've been doing the garage. So the next jobs to do on this, well, we'll go into the videos that I've got to start with. There's a couple of videos. I think there's a video on fitting some new interior parts that I got. I think there's a video on changing the exhaust or changing the gaskets maybe, and I think there might be a video on changing the throttle body gasket because the gasket was broken and it was making the idle erratic. So there is a few videos filmed, but I can't remember exactly what offhand. Obviously 2026 March the MOT runs out, so it's going to need to be gone over for the MOT. I need to take, there's a tyre on the front that's got a nail in it. I need to take that and have that done. It was an advisory on the MOT. It's actually, the tyre's going down now. I think it's because of that nail. So I need to get that sorted. And again, I'll probably get a bit of a service, change the oil and just try and keep on top of it. And then it has got a little bit of an issue, an acceleration issue when it warms up, which I'll go into at some point. There's a couple of things I want to look at there and change. So there's going to be quite a lot of content to come on the MR2, like many of the other cars, but obviously it's in a queue waiting to have the work done. So, the Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbo. I'm not very happy with myself, to be honest. Basically, this car has just sat on the drive since I started the garage. I think it was the end of May. It's been put in the corner on the drive and I have not touched it since. It basically looks like it's got bloody got plants growing out of it. I've not cleaned it or anything or done anything with it. So the next couple of weeks, I'm editing this video beginning December, so next couple of weeks I want to get it started up, get it in the garage, get the battery charged up, and then 2026, again you can notice this being said on a lot of the cars, 2026 we'll do some more videos on it. The current videos I've got filmed on it, I think I changed the indicator bulb on the wing that was broken. I've got a video on that. I have found some more issues with this Fiat, which we'll go into in the next video. Some, to be honest, probably two big issues, but don't worry, I'm not going to be scrapping it or anything like that. It's going to be staying. At some point I will get round to doing the issues. Yeah, so there's going to be videos to come on this. The next new video will be showing the issues I found, and we'll go from there with it basically. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into the cars, especially this one. I do like this one. It's not, obviously I've got favourites like the Golf, the MR2, but I've always liked the Fiat Coupe, so I'm looking forward to getting into working on this one. What I'm going to do with the Fiat is, like I said, when I started the garage, this was the end of May, when I come back off my holiday, I literally moved all the cars around so I could get everything parked up on the driveway out of the way, and took this in the corner, and it was the last time that I moved it, so it's been sitting for well over 6 months. I disconnected the battery, but I've just not touched it since, so I might do like a bit of a will it run video, like obviously see if it'll start, if not see if I can get it started and get it moving under its own steam. Yeah, I just don't know. It's never played up before starting anything, but like I say, it's obviously 6 months. It's got some petrol in it, which it had when I bought the car, so I don't know how good that petrol is. But yeah, I'll do a video on it of pulling it out of the corner and see how easy it starts. My sister's Peugeot 308. So current videos, you will have seen in the last video the bumper was off the car. Now this is because some, basically, well, I won't say what I was going to say. Let's just say some clumsy person decided to crash into it. And yeah, so she had to buy a new wing, a bumper, headlight, and yeah, so I actually did my first repair, a crash repair on a car, which is a video coming on that. It's just pictures, which I really enjoyed. I would definitely be doing more, so there's that video to come. And other than that, there's not really anything filmed on this car. So yeah, that's it currently for the Peugeot 308. This car we're going to talk about is my partner's Peugeot 2008. So there's going to be a lot of videos coming on this car. At the time of currently recording this video, it's recently had a fault with the additive being low for the DPF. I thought there was just the AdBlue tank on these, but there's actually not. There's the AdBlue tank, then there's the additive tank as well. So obviously we've got to top that up. There's an oil leak on it, which I think I might have mentioned in the video where I introduced it to the channel. It went back to the dealer well, not the dealer himself, but the garage he uses. Went in for a couple of times to have the oil leak looked at. I've noticed they've also done little bits on it to try and rectify the oil leak, but it's still got an oil leak. And last time it went into the garage, I'm not happy with the work they've done. I will actually show what they have done, but obviously I'm not going to name and shame anybody, but to be honest, it's not a good job. What they've done, I think, is not very nice underneath the car. I'm not happy with it, so I'll show you anyway. But yeah, I need to sort the oil leak out, see where that's coming from. I think there's lots of different oil leaks from different places. It's very oily on the car, but I need to clean the engine bay, and I'm gonna just change a few of the gaskets and just go over it from basically top to bottom and hopefully try and rectify this. So yeah, there's going to be oil leak to sort out, the DPF additive to top up. I'm going to give it a service, do all the filters. There's a CV boot to do on the passenger side front. I'm going to stick a couple of drop links on it as well, because there's a little bit of play in there. And I'm going to do a couple of other bits on it as well. I'm going to do the brakes. So there's going to be lots and lots of videos to come on this Peugeot 2008. Obviously, as soon as I get round to doing it, which, again, will be 2026. This will be one of the first cars that I do and start doing some of the work on it. So, yeah, that's the Peugeot 2008. Next car we're going to talk about is the latest addition to the fleet, the Peugeot 407 SW or station wagon, whichever you want to call it. So I've just obviously recently put a video up introducing the car to the channel, going around it, showing some of the things of it. So the next video on this car, I'm going to be giving it a full service. I'm going to do all the filters. The front brake pads are getting low, so I'm also going to be sticking a set of front brake pads in it. And then there's a couple of interior bits I want to do. Like I mentioned in the video, there's the gear knob's very tatty, that one's changing. The volume control for the radio, one of the buttons is missing. I'm also going to get one of them. I also mentioned the panoramic roof blind is broken. I actually did that myself by trying to shut it too quickly. I think it might be stitched together, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have a look at it, but I did see one on eBay for 300 quid, and I'm not paying that. So if I can't sort that on like relatively cheaply, then that will just stay how it is, because I'm going to use this as a bit of a workhorse. Obviously it's got the roof racks, the tow bar, so it's going to be very practical to use for stuff. So yeah, there's going to be some videos coming on the 407 once I get round to it. This car we're going to talk about is the Peugeot 107. It belongs to my partner's brother, so there's no videos currently filmed on this car. I'm going to be having it at the beginning of January just to give it its yearly service, oil change, general check over, and then that hopefully will be the last video on it, because I'm hoping it is going to replace it for something a little bit newer with a few more mod cons in it. So yeah, there's going to be a service video coming up on it soon. Hopefully that'll be the last time we see this, but I did say that last year and then we're seeing it again, so we'll see what happens. But all being well, this will be the last video that we do on this car. So the Vauxhall Zafira. So there's no videos currently filmed on this, but there is videos coming, so it's due another oil change. I think this engine just likes to have frequent oil changes. So it's a 1.4 petrol turbo, so I think they do it just to obviously look after the turbo on them. So it's going to come in for an oil change. I've noticed it on the MOT video. I noticed it had a little bit of an oil leak, which we're going to change the sump bolt washer. The alternator belt's looking a bit tatty on it as well, so I'm going to do that when it's in for its oil change. And that's probably about it. So there is some videos coming on the Zafira in the new year, again 2026. Suzuki Swift. So there's no videos currently filmed on this, but I'm going to be having this car beginning of January to do a few bits on it. Obviously the service will be due, I think it's middle of next year, April time. But there's a couple of little jobs that I want to do on it, so I will be having it back on the channel beginning of January. But it's just little things I want to do. Clean the brakes up because it's a bit squeaky, and the belt's got a bit of a squeak on it, so I want to have a look at the tension on it, because the tension is a bit dodgy on it. So yeah, there's going to be a couple of little jobs to do on it, which will be in January. So the Hyundai i30, basically the last video was a yearly oil change on it. I've got no new videos on it. I'll probably see it again next year when it's MOT time, just to check it over and stuff. But other than that, yeah, I've got no new videos on this car. So the last car we're going to talk about is the Kia Rio diesel that I do some work on, the 1.1. Currently there's no videos on this. I might get to see it again next year come MOT time. But yeah, there's no new videos for this one. So now we've spoken about the cars, obviously to do more cars I need to sell basically the Peugeot 207 and the Kia Rio. So I want to focus obviously on them next year and potentially get one gone, and then I can focus on the other, so I can keep bringing obviously money back into the channel to obviously keep doing cars. So I don't want to keep like investing money into more cars. I mean, the other cars are obviously like, I've always wanted my own like car collection. I don't want, I mean, there's a lot of, like, for example, a lot of YouTubers out there that have got some very nice cars, like Tasty Classics, like John Coupland. There's many others as well, but I've always wanted my own car collection, but I obviously don't want a massive one. But there is a couple of things I'd like to add to it, but that's different because obviously the Peugeot 207 and the Kia Rio are cars that basically need to go, and the 207 was something I bought to flip anyway. So obviously 2026 is going to be a big year because I want to get obviously them two cars sorted, and then I can look at doing other stuff. Like I would like to do a bit like can't think of his name now. I think it was Jesse Collingham. I can't think of his last name. I'll put it up on the screen now. I remember he did a modified Corsa, like 2006 Corsa or something. I did loads of modifications to that. I'd like to do like a bit of a series myself on something. I'm thinking maybe the Fiat Coupe, maybe put a few things on that, like not go like wrapping it and stuff, just like have a mess around, do a few mods and stuff, and just have a bit of fun basically. So I want to do that, which I'll probably do it on the Fiat Coupe, but I don't know yet. Obviously that's going to be a long-term project anyway. I'd like to do some other stuff as well, like compare some car checks that I use and see which one I find best, and some other stuff as well. Maybe like see how far I can get on some fuel, like a certain amount of fuel. Obviously keep doing the odd car as one continues to go, like say with the 207, like buy an odd car and repair it and flip it. Obviously I'd like to buy a car from auction. I mean, my partner's never been to an auction, I've never done anything like that either, so that'd be something that would be good to do going forward, but obviously all these ideas will take time. Now, obviously, we spoke about my sister's 308, how somebody hit that, and I actually was involved in the repair, which I actually quite enjoyed repairing it, like putting all the new panels up, well, not new panels, obviously the second-hand panels on it. So I would like to do an odd salvage car as well, because, like I say, I really enjoyed doing that. So going forward, I will be looking at doing some now and again. And also maybe like do some review. I mean, like car reviews on even on some of the stuff I've got. Like review them and stuff, and just try different things. You know, obviously I'm waffling on a bit here. Like I said, I never expected the channel to be a big channel, and I appreciate every subscriber I've got. But yeah, I just want to try different things and just basically find things that I'm comfortable doing. Obviously, like repairing the cars I enjoy. I don't know everything, but nobody knows everything. Nobody knows everything, unfortunately. It's just sometimes you don't know, you have to learn, or even seeing other people like on the same cars having similar, issues and stuff. Sometimes you learn from people doing obviously their cars which have had issues and what fault that was. So yeah, every day is a learning curve of things. Nobody can know everything, and the more you do stuff like those jobs I've done recently that I've never done, that I have really enjoyed doing, and I would like to do more. It's like I say with the salvage cars, and obviously when I did the steering column on the Rio, it's something else I'd never done. I've never done a timing chain, which I will potentially be looking at doing one of them. Like I say, there's a couple of projects in the background, like the Rio, the Swift, which I think they're going to need some engine work doing on them. So obviously I can dip my toes into that one and have a go at that. So yeah, I've got lots of ideas, but it's just basically time. Obviously doing it around working, you can only do so much, and obviously this year I've been very busy doing my garage, so I haven't had time to mess with the car. So yeah, there's lots of things coming. One more thing I would like to talk about, obviously I've seen a little bit of negativity on my channel, like comments and that, on certain videos, like for example the 5008 video, I did a service and I did the cabin filters. Now I actually watched that video back when I put it up, and I'd seen a few comments on it saying like it wasn't very good, it wasn't very clear. And I actually watched it back, and I do agree with them comments. So even though they was like bad comments, they was constructive, because it's something that I need to concentrate on going forward, trying to make the videos better. I did a starter motor on my sister's old car, and that wasn't a how-to video, but I had comments on it that basically was like, again, negative comments that you're not showing or how to do it, or saying how you did this and how to do whatever you. I put in the title, and I've recently put in the title because of this, and I also put it in the description. It is not a how-to video. Obviously, as I'm doing videos now, I'm trying to make more how-to videos. So if somebody else wants to do that job, like for example, I did the cabin filter on my sister's new 308 recently. So if someone needs to do that, I've tried to show it the best I can, because obviously getting underneath the dashboard at the time of doing it, I didn't have anything to hold the phone, so it was difficult, but I tried to show what I could so people could see where it is. So going forward, I want to make the videos better like that, so when I'm doing a how-to video, people can actually see what is happening. But some of the older videos are not how-to videos. I've even got videos now that will be coming up that are not how-to videos, because obviously they were filmed. Like some of them were filmed like a year ago, probably a little bit longer than that. So yeah, they're not all the how-to videos. And just, if I appreciate the comments, and I appreciate like if they're constructive, but if it says it's not a how-to video, it's not a how-to video. So commenting about it not being, telling you how to do the job and that, you've literally just got to see what obviously is being said. But yeah, so we'll stop waffling on now, 'cause it's been about probably nearly 10 minutes now I've been waffling on. Obviously, that's some of the ideas I've got. Obviously, there's lots of stuff to come, and yeah, hopefully next year I can do a few more projects. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.